Have you ever encountered the saying, "Forgive, but don't forget"? Well, my friend, that's not aligned with biblical teachings. Imagine if Jesus conveyed such a message to us. Would you truly feel forgiven by him? I doubt it. Though we may not be able to erase memories, biblical forgiveness entails reaching a state where we can interact with those who have wronged us as if their offense never occurred. As stated in 1 Corinthians, love is not resentful. Or in other words, love keeps no record of wrongs. Let me clarify, I understand it's not simple, but it's worth striving for this mindset. If we're trying to reach a place of forgiveness, we shouldn't keep bringing up the mistakes of someone's past and treat them poorly. Biblical forgiveness is keeping no record of wrongs and treating them as if they didn't wrong us. Despite its challenges, reflecting on Jesus' example is crucial, particularly his capacity to forgive even his own murderers, praying, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." Forgiveness fundamentally begins with Jesus. But God demonstrates his own love toward us, in that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Much more then, having now been justified by his blood, we shall be saved from wrath through him. For if when we were enemies we were reconciled to God through the death of his Son, much more, having been reconciled, we shall be saved by his life. God sent his Son, Jesus, to die for us despite our sinful nature. Jesus didn't wait for us to become righteous or improve our church attendance. He sacrificed himself when we were at our lowest. With his body wounded, his back scourged, his head pierced, his hands and feet nailed, his blood was shed. It is this blood that covers us, pays our debt, and enables us, as unholy sinners, to be purified and restored, allowing us to commune intimately with the holy and righteous God. So my foremost suggestion for those grappling with forgiveness towards someone who has wronged them is to contemplate God's boundless love for you. Consider this: Jesus didn't die just for you. He also died for the one that you need to forgive. Reflect on this. When we withhold forgiveness, aren't we essentially implying to Jesus that his sacrifice wasn't sufficient? We're quick to seek God's forgiveness but hesitant to extend it ourselves. Doesn't that ring somewhat hypocritical? I understand it's easier said than done, but as you endeavor to forgive, keep your focus on Jesus' ultimate sacrifice for all of us. In times of struggle, remember Matthew chapter 5. But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, that you may be children of your Father in heaven. He causes his sun to rise on the evil and the good, and sends rain on the righteous and the unrighteous. In this passage, Jesus urges us to love our enemies and pray for those who mistreat and persecute us. Praying for those we need to forgive can be profoundly transformative. It's neither swift nor simple, but by seeking God's assistance, rest assured that he will guide you to a place where you can regard those individuals as if they never wronged you. My hope and prayer are that as God's people we can exemplify his love here on earth. And one of the most powerful ways to do so is by demonstrating forgiveness. Although it may seem too hard to accomplish, we can always rest knowing that there's nothing too hard for our God. If you found this content helpful, I ask for your support with your subscription so that you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Together, we can enlighten more minds and expand our understanding. Thank you for being here, and may God bless you.